Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another video, and it's time for the night talk. Um, so I was watching an interesting video tonight about how the North Pole has been erased from like certain maps, and that has become like a really popular discussion amongst the internet of like them trying to like cover up like the North Pole and like other areas beside it. And I just want to put this on record so at least it doesn't get like forgotten, that it lives on through my channel, this information. And I mean, all of you can do with it what you will. I mean, you just write it off as someone that's fucking nuts. I don't know. But anyway, that it seemed, and some people claim it's like a Mandela effect of like they fucking eliminated the North Pole or some crazy shit. And, I just want to throw it out there. It seems like we're being lied to about so much. That so much has been covered up. I mean, chemtrails, we know those are real. We know smart meters are real. We know the dangers of smart meters. On the side of your houses, the radiation effects, fluoride in your water, half of your food having fucking high fructose corn syrup in it. I mean, non-stop. There is like a war against humans. And, 5G was another big one. But I just want to throw this out there. So, just so it's on the record of just things that I've looked into, and some of you might find fascinating. Some of you might find just straight up stupid. It's fine either way. But throwing it out there that, like, what if this world is designed to keep you so fucking incredibly busy that you don't question the simple things around you? Of, like, how is water level? You know? Like, if we're on a globe, how's it flat? You know? That maybe, just maybe, we're being totally lied to about everything. I mean, even the shape of the earth. That we could be living on a flat globe with the heavens above us and the hells below us, and that this world is designed to hide the Creator. And, I mean, when you look at it a little bit, this world's doing a hell of a good job at hiding the Creator from most people. Most people are so busy, they don't even question it. Most people are so tied up chasing bags that, they don't even think about it. It doesn't even cross their minds. That they were maybe created by something, and, the world could be completely different than what they were taught. I mean, already the education system just seems like a robot slave system in a way, to just make the best slaves that shut up and don't question the authority. And it's just something that has always just baffled me. And I just find it very interesting. An interesting thing I've always looked into, through most of my life, of how bad are we really being lied to? I mean, space stations with wires, you know, NASA being caught doing so many different fraudulent things. Um, it's just wild out there, man. Regardless of what you believe. Like NASA got caught doing like weird CGI things where they're like moving their hands like, oh, you know, and like getting caught like using like fucking wires and shit. I don't know, man. It's just really wild. The moon footages just seem fake as hell. Like there's even wires in like some of the moon footage if you really look for it. I don't know, man. It is mind blowing. It just seems like we're being lied to about so much shit, and your average humans have no fucking idea. They're so sold on all the holidays. They're all pagan. They're sold on their idols that are all mostly Satanists and witches. It's just the world's crazy, dude. Like when you really like just look at it, just like sit back, look at all the symbols that own this world. I mean, like 666 with Taco Bell, McDonald's. If you turn it sideways, is 33 for 33 degree Freemason. I mean, 666 on the monster cans. I mean, dude, it just goes on and on and on and on. There are so many conspiracies that you can dive down the rabbit hole of. JFK being killed when he mentions the truth, the Antarctic Treaty, all the countries signing an agreement to keep people the fuck out of Antarctica. Um, Admiral Byrd discovering and talking about Antarctica, and then all of a sudden the treaty comes in, Operation Fishbowl, where they nuke the firmament, which is apparently a glass ceiling above us that separates the heavens and the earth. The Bible talking about Satan being cast down from heaven, how you've fallen, all Lucifer. Um, yeah, the whole entire thing is just like I've picked up all these clues throughout the years of one thing after another. Everything I just listed, just stacking up in the back of my mind. I put it there. I don't forgive the government for it, and I basically stash it away in my brain. And usually I have just kept it to myself for many years until YouTube, to where you could just kind of say what you feel, say what you believe, and to me it seems like they're trying to hide a creator to make us all feel like life is meaningless besides money and possessions and slavery. And I don't know, man. It's far out to me. And it's wild. And I just wanted this to be on the record. That if other generations are watching my videos in like 10 years from now, say my channel blows up, that at least this is on the record for other people to at least consider the things I'm talking about, to mentally put them in your mind and unpack them in your own way, and to be a little bit more paranoid about the smart meter on the side of your house, to be a little bit more paranoid about fluoride in your water, to be a little bit more paranoid about Bill Gates talking about vaccines that will, lower the population, to be a little bit more paranoid about reptilian demons that, want to eat fucking babies and shit. To be, we laugh at it, but it really just, it kind of ties together. That it's all very interesting, and how shit talked conspiracy theories were, like they were some big cover up. And then it's just like most of them are true. Like chemtrails. We can't deny chemtrails aren't real. Fucking just the simple ones. Smart meters. We can't deny they don't put off radiation. We can't deny that fluoride's not good for your health. I mean, like every single conspiracy that the government's like, oh no, that's not true. It's like, nah, it was true, man. Like, we're keeping tab. I have a little scorecard. I'm keeping tab of all the lies. And it's just hard to believe the bullshit anymore. Like that George Bush wasn't a fucking Satanist. I mean, that one's a good one. That he's a hero. That guy sold our country out so fucking hard for that oil money. There's just, it's hard to like any of them. They just all seem so greedy and like against us all as humans. And it's just something to really take into consideration. And I hope this video helps some of you. Maybe it wakes you guys up to just the whole system being bullshit. That it almost captures us like, and you better have jobs, because if you want a girlfriend and a house and kids and to reproduce, like that's your goals. And when you start to discover it's just all bullshit, and you're better off looking out for yourself in this system, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's wild. And I hate to say look out for yourself because honestly, we should all look out for each other. Um, and, unite as one and say that this system's bullshit and none of us want to do it anymore. Something has to change. But I just want this to be on record of the things that, I've took a lot of time learning the past 10 years, that they don't go in vain, that the other generations can have this knowledge passed down to them that I've learned. That like Christmas being a satanic holiday, not even about God. Like Santa, Satan. I mean, come on. It's just, it's really unique that they call him Santa Claus, and it's so close to Satan. I don't know. Like, little shit like that just creeps me the fuck out. And it just seems like they have us all unknowingly worshiping the devil. And a lot of us not knowing. Hell, I mean, there were rumors that they were feeding us like human flesh and like Taco Bell food, which I mean, hell, I don't even doubt that at this point. Like, shit's nuts, bro. I mean, I'm not saying if that's real or not, but the world around us is a very complicated place. And it's very tough to understand. But I just want these clues to not be buried. I don't want the stuff that I've spent a decent amount of my adult life learning to just be forgotten. I've wanted to pass it down to other generations to at least question the system and take some time. How they say you need to take time to just smell the roses in life. I think you should take time to smell the roses in life and do your own research and your own studies and your own understandings of how this world works, and studies into Jesus, studies into religion, studies into like Adam and Eve. Like there was like a CIA thing that got leaked, and where they're like talking about the story of Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden. I mean, if the CIA is taking it that serious, I mean, come on. It's crazy that most people don't take it that serious. The Bible is a very unique story. And it's just something that you should really appreciate and at least look into. Because this world's not shit, It's really not. The things in it are all shit, None of it's special. It's all just houses, cars, and money and bullshit things. But either way, it's just something I wanted to throw out there on this channel. So the knowledge doesn't get lost. That maybe it helps people stand up and hate the system even more, and it gets them angry and frustrated and riled up. But either way, we're going to talk about Pokemon. And, something I want to talk about Pokemon real quick before I leave this night talk is your entry costs. And, I was just looking at this other day. Like I remember these being $40. And that was kind of your entry cost. And now it's like, if you believe something's going to go up now, like your entry cost for this, basically the same product, $150. It is just wild. But it's still like, if there's any set that's got me excited in the entire Scarlet and Violet era, it's been like Prismatic. Like, and like kind of Paldea and Paldean Fates, but not much. And like I was having this discussion with one of my friends that own a bunch of older vintage boxes, that it's like really the crazy thing in the Pokemon hobby is the only thing that people really want are just like the expensive, rare, vintage shit. That it's like really all this modern stuff just is kind of garbage right now. Because when you think about it, like 151 shit is in everybody's collection. Like what do you see every fucking collection of cards? I mean, it's like either Prismatic 151, uh, Surging Sparks, fucking Stellar, Twilight Masquerade. Um, but I will say, over time, as it gets older, you still kick yourself in the ass for not buying it. So you might as well buy the stuff that you believe in and like. But it really is just like, okay, well, everybody wants Team Up. Oh, Team Up's $8,000 a box. What do people want to pay? I want to pay like 6 or 7. Okay, well, I can't find it for that. Well, it's just like, and I was saying this back in the day, like buying Team Up when it was like 3K. It's like, yeah, that was a great buy because back then it was so cheap, but like still you knew this was going to be a extremely expensive product. And now it's just like the entry costs are so high on all this vintage that it's just like, fuck that. I mean, even going back to a base set box, they were like 10 grand not that long ago. They're like 25K now. I mean, like, it's just not worth it. Like, you're getting in at these crazy prices on all of it to where the only thing I can really say is worth it's like Chilling, Prismatic, just because it's like a good fucking set. Like the PCE TVs. Um, I still think like the low 200s is just really cheap for PCE TVs because like even Obsidian Flames PCE TVs are like 300 plus. Paldea Evolved PCE TVs are like 350. That I think when Prismatic the reprint's done, I mean, you're gonna probably look at those shit up to like $500-600, no problem. And that's why I just think they're a good buy at this price. Um, that when it's not reprinted anymore and people wake up to like it's basically like Evolving Skies 2.0. I think the prices will definitely jump up there. That it's going to be the pretty much home run set of Scarlet and Violet era. But that's just my opinion on things. That's where I think the market's going to go. But at the same time, when you look at all this ultra modern stuff, it really is kind of all shit. Like none of it's actually really rare. But the thing is, in 3 years from now, it might be. When more of it just gets ripped open and Pokemon's on to the next set. It's so hard to tell. But I do feel like I have noticed there are way more people starting to store this stuff away. But at the same time, a lot of people don't like having dead money. So maybe people aren't storing away like I think they were. Like it was like last time, I really thought people were storing more of it away than they did. But I was wrong just because no one wanted to risk their actual cash in it. But this time it does feel like there's a lot of people hoarding 151. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. And, because it seems like a lot of people are hoarding this stuff. But, like, whenever it comes down to people actually, like, sitting on it for years, because, like, people will see a quick gain. I mean, even myself, like if these go up to, like, $80, I'm just selling them. You know what I mean? Um, like, it's like that with so much shit. It's like Twilight boxes. If they go up to like $300, most people are just like, I made $50 off it. I'm selling. So I mean, that still could be a thing where like most of us got caught not holding like Obsidian Flames at like 100 a box. That now we had to pay 150 and now it's 250 and because no one just held it and was just like super patient. So there wasn't like a lot of it on the market anymore. And I don't know, like I still think like yeah, it'll probably get worse because there are just new people coming into the hobby every single day. But at the same time, it's just like, is this really sustainable forever? But at the same time, Pokemon has always gotten more expensive with age. Every single thing that's been printed has gotten pretty much more expensive with age. I mean, really, when you look back at it, every single set has gotten more expensive. I mean, Shrouded Fable has gotten a little bit more expensive. Battle Styles has doubled in price. Surging Sparks has doubled in price. Stellar fucking Crown. What is there even in Stellar Crown? And it's double the price. you know, like, so with age, it does just seem like the stuff just keeps going up. But I'm definitely going to tell you, anything that is Scarlet and Violet era, in my opinion, is just genuinely not rare. Even Sword and Shield era. I mean, Sword and Shield era is getting more rare because there is not as much available, but still, like, it's not like going back to like Sun and Moon era or XY era where like this stuff is like really, really tough to find and the prices show it. But at the same time, Sword and Shield will eventually be like Sun and Moon, and at the same time, you know, like then it'll eventually be like XY. And as new people pour in and the hobby stays interesting, you know, you can see it go wild. I mean, when I was in the hobby in the beginning, Cosmic Eclipse was $400 a booster box, and now it's, just thousands. So, and that was a set a lot of us thought back then was just there's too much of it, and now look at it. So it's just something to think about. But at the same time, there was a lot less Cosmic Eclipse available. But I don't know. We could all look back at that with Prismatic and be like, damn, really wasn't that much of it around. Just something to think about, to play both sides of the battle of like, these prices are crazy. The entry prices are insane compared to back in the day. But at the same time, the potential reward is still probably there. So it just depends if you want to put your money to work and see what it'll do. But yeah, so anyway, just an interesting take. Just covering over a little bit of everything of just how crazy life is, how crazy the world is, and covering the Pokemon market kind of all in the same bubble. The bubble Mew. Anyway, that's all we have for this one, though, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going the hell to bed. Good night.